Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second half of session 35 of Storms over Cerenar. When we last went off, our team had spent some time kind of figuring out what to do after Theus got taken, and now they have a bunch of decisions they need to make. Where do they want to go? What do they want to do? So we meet up back at Old Man Connavale's farm, where you guys meet up in the cleaned up living room.
Nongle's scribing a scroll right now, putting it in his spellbook so he can whisk us away.
It's when you're done with that. So,
Alright, so it's 10 hours to finish it, and then I can't cast it till the following day.
That's fair enough. But you can take a break as you guys are talking, and then you can continue doing it afterwards.
Okay.
So we're all on the same page. So we're going to this place where the teleportation circle leads, right?
Yes. Yep.
Good.
Onwards to Rafajar if needs be. Then we do the north.
Good.
Possibly
Well,
by way of the High King.
would you be able to go and get me some spell components for this? Looks like I need some.
For the sake of expediency, should we say that we went and did that when we went into town earlier?
Yeah, sure. You got some red chalks and inks infused. You think it might just be Play-Doh and colored water.
Okay.
But
How much gold do we have, readily?
I don't think you have any more. You have 2,260.
2,160. All right. Get me 250 worth. That way we have 4 castings afterwards.
Sure. I will also pick up some stuff for True Sight for me. Actually, no, I won't bother. I don't really need any more, so I'll probably swap it out. Yes, we will do that. So I'll just take the 250 and you can...
250 off, yeah.
So
thanks.
we have 2,010 gold punts. There you go. Yes. So that's that done.
But just to be practical, are we planning on just asking around? I mean, do you know? I mean, you say they operate out of Rafajar, is that what you call it? Do we know where to find them? How to get a lead on them? Or we're just gonna kick down doors?
In terms of getting leads, I happen to have operatives in the area.
Well, but at the same time, we don't know whose door we're kicking in, per se.
Yeah, we may.
Generally, a
go there
teleportation
and
circle would take you to, well, whoever created that circle would be in the area. We could be going to someone's house, a wizard's tower, something. We're not sure. So, best be prepared regardless.
You know about, just so you know where you're going. Greenslade is the largest of the Ivory Isles, and it is ruled by the Loxodons and the Loxodon Astromirage. The Ivorites are all of the cultures living on the Ivory Isles are let's just call it progressive when it comes to magic and otherworldly stuff. Whereas we know that the Hassanite Creed, the one that Hassani Sabar kind of embodies, is about you must destroy and preemptively kill all otherworldly things. Then the Ivorites is like we need to coexist and learn from it to kind of protect ourselves from the dangers of the outside. Greenslade specifically is a large, lush city with a very tolerant population. So people who are are unsure about their heritage, if they have like kind of a Genasi kind of mother or something, a lot of people move there to kind of not be tracked down or hunted down by the tranquil pillar. Right. That was the Lord Dumb for today.
Why, thank you.
Maybe.
Well, if the Fays have a haven, a place, the small cat girl would know.
True.
Vega?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the creepy one. Also, I have Axia and the rest of my cohort are in the area also, if we wanted to put some feelers out.
Oh, good. Well, I guess back to our roots then. Well, I should go back and continue scribing.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I'll plant another bean.
I'd probably
Do you
then.
want to keep them? Tanner?
I have 6 beans left.
Did you? You had. I gave you 9, and you've used 1. What happened?
Oh,
to
you said there were
the
7.
2?
You said there were 7. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I have
that was 9.
8 then. I will
if-
use another bean.
Sorry.
16. This is another sprout.
You should eat the next one, just saying that.
A
A
tree.
tree sprouts. Right. Roll 1d100. If it's less than 50, it's evil.
It's evil.
Yeah, you fight a tree in for a little bit.
Bjorn, I need your axe! I need your axe! Do we level up from that, or?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Not that close yet.
Okay.
All right, cool.
This is always how we study. I thought reading books was going to be a lot more boring, but what exactly is going on?
I just want the 00, that's all. I want everyone to take us on a Jack and the Giant Beanstalk freaking quest, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be dumb.
All right,
So
so I
whilst
assume
the-
there's no nothing bothering us that I'll put teleportation circle in my spell book, and then I guess we have the night. I've done it.
Gawup and Snicksnack has kind of spent the day cleaning up the levitator.
Perfect. Bring it with us. Will the levitator fit through
Where?
the boat?
You can't fit the levitator through the teleportation circle.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
No, it's a vehicle.
Can we fit it in a demiplane?
Yes.
What is the? No, it's it depends on what the entrance is, right?
If you give me another 16 hours, I can put demiplane on my spellbook.
Or I could just cast it.
That sounds faster.
I think it's a 5-foot portal.
Sounds quite a lot faster.
I just
A
wanted an
demiplane
excuse
is 5 foot, right?
Yeah, so we might have to. Maybe not then. If it's 5 foot.
Nah, it can't
Yeah.
be in there, Howie. It's no. It's too big. It's a shadowy door. You can't get a wagon through a shadowy door.
No, if we just assembled it first and put it in bit by bit.
Well, I did
Yeah,
assemble it with a
flatback.
fabricate spell, so.
Oh, what if you cast reduce on it?
Well, guys, you have first of all, you can't cast reduce on a vehicle because it's an item or a creature.
Fire.
Also,
No,
also,
reduces on an object or creature.
Yeah,
could-
but vehicle is not an object.
It's many objects.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So you could cast it
enough.
on the wheel. You couldn't cast it on the, on the vehicle itself. Then I will say that you also
Fine.
have a teleportation circle configuration to go back here if you want to.
That's true. And to be honest, if we're going into the heart of face territory, maybe we don't take your family along.
Yeah, for sure. Does
Okay.
anyone want the Gauntlets of Ogre Power then?
Does anybody need the Goddess of Power?
Does anyone want that Cloak of Arachnidia? Torgan, did you take that?
Oh, I'm not going to use it. He seems to be attached to it, so I say let him keep it.
Does anyone want the Fedora of the Tomb Raider? This
I
gives
can
you...
Sure on.
tip my hat.
Yeah,
I'm happy with mine.
Is that is it attunement?
yes,
It is.
Yeah,
Let me just double check because I'm tuned up to the.
but I'll take the
right.
Cloak of Arachnidia, absolutely, 100%.
What have I
Right?
got
Nothing better than a
tuned
wizard
up?
hanging off the ceiling casting fireballs, right?
Also, poison resistance is good against the face, I guess.
Absolutely.
True.
So generally speaking, do we reckon we're still actually getting the use out of an amulet against proof of detection and location? I'm guessing, considering the amount of times we've been attacked by
No,
the face,
there's enough
no.
of us. No.
In which case, I'm happy to be loaned the hat for the time being, and
Cool.
I'll wear the hat rather than the amulet.
Do you want to drag that over to him, Roar, from my
I
sheet?
think
Can do.
there
And
was
then
also the
I will
hat that
take
gave
the
+5 to history checks, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
which
Which
is
is good. I've also I get a new a new maneuver, and I've taken tactical assessment, which means I can add my thingy to history rolls as well.
Oh, perfect. Did you see, by the way, the new feature of the Written Shard?
I did. What I've done is I've moved the corresponding invocation in just so I can kind of click it out of my what do we call it as well? Because I don't know whether it would apply onto the thing. But yeah, no, very cool. Looking forward to trying to hit something.
Right. I moved the fedora to your sheets, Alex.
Awesome. Cheers. I will tune to that as well.
Great.
So the only other thing I'd want to do before the end of the day is do the Verdant Confluence and try and contact Axia Savannah, who I know is in Greenslade.
Sure. Anything else? Anyone else? I'll keep that in mind. Anything anyone else wants to do?
I assume we have a second long rest and get rid of our exhaustion.
Oh yeah, for exhaustion.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Did we actually still have the weird teleportation orb from the face, or did we lose that?
We still have.
I think you still have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was on us.
Oh, Roar! The day before, I'd like to like cast non-detection on myself and cast sending to Theus.
You do not get a reply.
All right.
Oh. Maybe he's not on this plane.
Yeah. What about scrying?
No, that's an idea.
I've also got contact on a plane if we want to try and make me
I have 2 scry
insane
spells,
for 8 hours.
I would scry on Theus and on Hassan.
Both of those are blocked.
Both of those are blocked. Okay, cool.
I think if we want any answers on what's happening with the face, we should probably follow the lead he left, the thing in Greenslade.
All right, and then the night before, I will cast it extended. What's extended cost me? 1 sorcery point. All right, so I can do this plenty of times. Aid at 8th level. 3 creatures in raid 8 at 8th level would be 3rd level. So that's 525 hit points then. Oh, that's 3, 4,
Yes.
5, 6.
So 30 for 8th level.
Yeah. So I will cast aid for a 16-hour duration, so it'll last for the first 8 hours of the day. And that'll be on Ost, Torgen, and Bjorn.
25. Yep.
Did Ost try to locate Theus through the conflux?
That's a good
He
point.
hasn't been in the conference yet. I'm trying to figure out what you guys do before, and then we'll take the conference on the same.
I'll also use Death Ward on the whole party as well.
All right. So you're all buffed up.
Yeah. So we everyone except me has aid. We all have Death Ward, but it's only going to last 8 hours into our start of travel, right?
That's fine.
Hopefully there will be no conflict. Better safe than sorry.
Oh, let's hope so.
All right. We get. You're right. You spend the day. You do your stuff. If you have any downtime roles, I'll allow you to do that as well. And then in the evening, not you, Tanner. You've been using your downtime.
Absolutely.
You go into the Verdant Confluence, the screen shadowy kind of area. Have you changed it in any way, or has it been changed? Since last
So
time?
I'm gonna go into the demi-plane to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's my room for doing it now. So I'm only gonna be in there for an hour. I was considering picking up some furniture for it, but I'll do that later. So no, I'm just sitting in this room. Basically, all of the walls around me, these crystalline walls that are in the demi-plane normally, kind of begin to kind of sort of fade out into this sort of green, dusty expanse. And each person kind of a bit like the skill like ring in Skyrim. You know how they're normally just all star signs, and then
Yeah.
they kind of like fill in. It's kind of like that now since our run-in with the lady in the sea. So I'll start by reaching out to Axia.
Right.
But,
She kind of appears in like dark green, dusty form.
Savannah, long time no speak.
Yeah. Oh, sure. How's it going?
It's going. Some ups and downs, but well, maybe it'll be better to fill you in soon. We're gonna be
Right.
coming to where you're based.
Yeah, comes a green slate.
Yes.
We've kept an eye on the girl.
Excellent.
There's some pretty weird people over here.
Oh yes.
Bunch of we like was this. You asked us to protect this orphanage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some weird people here, man.
Weird, dangerous, or just weird, peculiar?
Weird, peculiar.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough. So no sign of the face.
Activity. We've kind of picked up one or two spies, but it seems like it's not us they're looking at or focusing their gaze upon right now.
Have you tried to track any of these spies when they've come up?
Usually we get rid of them when they come here. None of them talked. They come in. Some of them come in on boats. Some of them just appear.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Perhaps you could arrange us some lodging ahead of time.
Looking for anything specific, like a bed and breakfast somewhere, or?
Secure.
All right. Yeah, sure.
That'd be fantastic.
We have a friend here. Well, I'll ask him.
Thank you very much. He's to be trusted, I take it?
I'm not sure. He's one of the peculiar ones. Pretty weird. Makes toys. No one does that if they're sane, right?
True, it's very peculiar. Disturbing, some would say. But
Somewhat, yeah.
that's fine for now.
Yes.
We'll get a good measure of him once we're there.
All right. So.
The rest of the cohort is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing real. Like, we've just been hanging out. Like, we would definitely like to see some more action, but it's a pretty sweet gig here. It's warm, beaches is nice, alcohol is cheap. It's fun.
Good. I'll pass on that there. To admit. Well, don't worry. We're considering we're on our way, or we will be. I'm sure action won't be too far away. So yes. Well, keep at it for now. If you sense any spike in face activity just before we arrive, then just keep an eye on it and give me a full debrief when we arrive. Should arrive in the next day or so.
Oh, all right. When you're in the Kanguni.
Yes, long story.
All right. Well, see you soon then.
Yes.
Take care, sir.
Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Bye bye.
You hang up, I guess.
Yes.
Put the ego down.
Do I hang up or you hang up? This is kind of awkward.
Yeah,
But before we leave,
No,
I need some gemstones.
Oh,
Just leave the dongle.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna let's see.
I forgot to create undead. Just so you guys know, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I just want to get an idea of where all of the Cepheses I currently have in the confluence are currently.
You see one in Blinded Bay.
Yep.
Let's go. Yeah, there. Oh, what the hell is happening? That's what happened. Right. There's one in Blinded Bay.
Yep.
Since there's one in Ureth.
Yep.
One at the Tranquil Pillar.
Right.
One in Storage Flow. One in Fida Hajar. One over here.
Okay.
One up here.
Okay.
And one here.
Okay. Interesting.
And you're pretty sure because you kind of got to know them with last time with Sophis that this one
Yeah.
here is the Low King one.
Right. Okay. Good to know. Okay. That means that he's not with the Low King, and therefore it's probably not that much use getting in contact with him. In which case, I will just try and sense where Theus is.
Go ahead and give me a charisma ability check.
Okay. Just a straight charisma.
Yeah, with your charisma bonus, go ahead.
I think that should. It's a 19.
You're pretty sure that you had him earlier, but it seems like he's gone or obfuscated from you right now.
Okay, that's understandable.
But the magic you've seen that guy pull out of his ass is pretty fucking damn powerful.
Yeah, it was okay. But more to the point, we do have a Sophis and Feeder jar, so might be worth getting in contact with him once we're in Greenslade.
The Hajar is the original Sophis.
Yes, it's a Sophis Prime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or your original Sophis, at least.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. While we're at it. In which case, yeah, I'll probably just chill out for sort of the remaining 40 odd minutes whilst Demiplane's still up and I can still actually get out of Demiplane.
You didn't want to contact any of them, or?
I don't know whether. Not yet. Because I don't think there's any need to yet.
Alright.
Because we're not going to be going to Rafajar yet. Or the Hajari area.
enough.
So, yeah. I think that's it then, really. Might do a little bit tidying up in the Demiplane once I'm out,
Alright.
sweep up. But then I'll pop back out and then I'll just trance for the rest of the evening.
Good night. Alright. So the next day, what are you guys just packing up and going?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Did you say we had?
I'm gonna run out and grab some stones, black onyx.
And what?
I'm gonna create some undead.
Where are you getting black onyx from?
I don't know. I want black stones. Is there someone selling them in town, or
Give me a log roll.
for onyx? Okay, yeah, I can do that.
The 100, right? Yeah, I'll say sure. You'll find some. You can buy it. You can buy bugs of it.
Okay. I
Collectors,
will.
an onyx collector set.
What do you guys want? Do you want ghouls, ghast, whites? What do you want?
How about none of the above? I don't.
Quality.
I'm players. This is not Nongle talking. This is players. Like, might as well have some undead follow
depends.
us.
Do we want quantity over quality, or do we want? That's kind of the real question there, isn't it? I guess because you only get a certain amount of each.
Yeah, I can have 3 ghouls, 2 ghasts, or 2 whites. Now, if I get ghasts or whites, I'm using an 8th level spell slot.
Let's go for the amount of meat.
Okay, go for ghouls then.
Go for ghouls? Alright, so that'll be...
Go for ghouls.
Yeah, we are go for ghouls.
Some
Alright, so,
crazy people.
so 450 gold pieces out of party loot then. And I will... Obviously, there's corpses all over the place, so...
Oh, you're bringing them with us. We're just going to walk around Greenslade with...
The material component is corpses. I need corpses and black onyx. So we could just cram 3 bodies and turn them into ghouls if you guys want.
People really grieve in some strange ways, I'm telling you.
I have a question. Would Nongo really do that? Would Nongo really just pick up bodies to have ghouls?
Roar, I have a question for you. If I woke up in the morning and this is the spell my book gave me, it's telling me to use the spell.
That's fine.
It's telling you to spend-
Right?
I just
I mean,
want to-
Nongle's never done necromantic shit before, so he doesn't know what's going to happen. He might feel upset when they disappear, or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I'm random
We'll
dice,
find or
man.
create the corpses. We're not gonna take them.
What do you mean we're not going to take
Yeah,
them?
because also, like, we know the Ivory Isles are more liberal, but what are their views on necromancy?
I don't know, but they're immune to
Necromancy.
poison, and we're going to be hitting poison all over the place there, right?
You're making a lot of assumptions that we're going into a fight immediately.
I
It's
think
like
we're gonna be
3
going in-
familiars for me, and they can go around and trigger traps for us and stuff like that. Never, it's
But we're going to a nice orphanage on a tropical island first.
When well, I enjoy breakfast course talk just as much as the rest of you guys. But do you guys want me to look after Snick Snack and that cousin of yours, Gallop, while you gone, or?
That would be fantastic. Do you have 3 corpses we could have by chance?
No, we piled up all the corpses that we took care of that behind. I think we burned some of them, but I guess they're still technically corpses, even if they burn, right?
That's perfect. Excellent. I'll take those. I'll be back. Grabs the bag of holding.
You can pull the corpse out of the Atlantis Cube pit as well if you want to. He's pretty well preserved.
Oh, perfect. Bjorn, do you mind getting that one for me? I'll go grab 2 more for the burn pit.
But if you go and dig up in the flower bed, I'm going to tell you you're going to have a real bad time, right? So
I won't.
don't do that.
No, it's fine. That's fine. So I'll do my best to
Right.
grab 3 corpses.
Is
Sure,
this
I guess.
normal Nongal behavior? I haven't known him as long as the rest of you, so I'm just a little bit confused.
Do you want to talk to me about it? It is not normal.
No,
Nongal does
I'm
not
asking
dabble with
the
the
others.
undead.
I'm asking the others after Nongal leaves.
I mean, it's not normal, but it's not normal, I guess.
Fair enough.
I mean, the impulse is probably normal for Nongal, but the impulse for necromancy, not so much.
Is
No.
Nongal-
don't judge.
Nongal is an intervention.
Who knows?
Nongal, I think we might have a slight PR issue if you do start walking around with gold. That's our only worry, I think.
So Noggle gets back. I guess you've put a bunch of corpses in the bag of holding.
Yeah, Nibbles and I have put 3 corpses in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not actually casting it now. We're just
Oh,
kind
no,
of
no,
taking
no.
some corpses to go.
Yeah,
I see.
Within the next
Oh,
24
okay.
hours, I will be able to summon these things. Right?
You know, the
Okay.
demi-plane could make for a great freezer, I'm just saying.
No, they only last 24 hours. Then they're just gone.
All right.
That's very true, but not in my demi-plane. The Verdant Vault will stay sealed to the undead. So, no.
Fancy.
That's where you draw the line.
Fancy.
Yes.
Like, what kind of nerd didn't want undead in his things, right?
Yeah, well, why don't you make your own fucking demi-plane? How about that?
No, I
Follow
built a
that.
wall. The wall is much more cool, you know. I built myself, not just some dumb magic.
You need
Just-
to.
How about you? Just think you can magic your way out of anything?
All right, just
Yes, well, I don't have ranger magic or anything as powerful as that, but yes.
Ranger magic is the best magic there is.
Of course, I agree completely. It's the best magic.
Listen,
You
it's
wanna have a
practical
sprig of-
magic.
I have a sprig of birch if you need it for magic.
I do.
Right, cool. Cool, all right.
what are you gonna do with that? Summon a squirrel? Unbelievable.
Yeah, maybe a bunch of pixies. Turn the pixies into big whales. As a
Oh,
combo.
great.
I did it once. Threw a bunch of whales against a dragon.
No, I feel like we're getting slightly off track. Perhaps we should do the whole
Sperm video combo. It's real.
thing.
It's real. It's a real thing. Think about it. All right. All right. See you guys. Take care.
Goodbye. Yes. Right. So, that was strange. We ready?
I've been ready for a while. I'm just enjoying whatever this is. But yes, let's be on our way.
Well,
Good,
Chalk, please. Chalk, please.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was your catchphrase. Chalk. Anybody? Chalk.
You picked it up, Oust.
Chalk. Here you go. There you go. It's
Good.
it's I
All
can
of
only
it?
find red chalk, I'm afraid. But
All of the chalk, please. I need all of the chalk. Oh, I need to.
He asked you to get chalk for like 50 gold.
Yeah, 50 gold piece.
So you just have a big.
sorry, the chalk that I had, the chalk that you asked for.
the chalk
chalk
that you
that's
were
so
shopping for.
specific.
The specific chalk that we already talked about specifically. That you went.
Sorry,
We
you're-
took time to do this.
You
No, we
mean that chalk? Yes. No. Here you go. Yes. What I did is I went to a I went to a school supply shop and I got you a selection of different coloured chalks.
I needed wizard chalk.
Yes, it's a wizard school shop.
Wizard school.
I went to the wizard preschool and got you chalk. Here you go. It says Crayola on the
Pirating
front of
Wizard
it. Yeah.
School, of course.
It's called the Apprentice Center. Have you not been there before?
I didn't realize the Weather Mage Guild had the wizarding school, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
I
they've got
suppose.
like a crash on
It's
the.
for the special kids.
Honestly, look, you should have seen some of the willies they were drawing chalk on the floor. They were coming to life.
When you become 11, a seagull will come with a letter in its mouth and give it to you. And then it'll eat all of your food. It'll take your fries from you.
You're a wizard, mate. You're a wizard, mate, Harry.
You're a weather mage, boy.
So stupid.
Oh my god! Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, my friends. This is fantastic. All right, so I will then.
You're a wizard, matey.
I'll take the minute it takes me to draw out the circle, and then I'll make sure the runes are inscribed to get to green. Where are we going? Green.
High Wizard Dumbledore.
Green Slade.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll scribe out the runes to Green Slade, and I will cast Teleportation Circle. I'll be like, we need to be quick when I finish this incantation.
All right, everybody, once we jump into the circle, strike a pose. The last thing I want is for us to arrive, and I get halfway through that, and then the spell goes off.
All right, sounds good. I'll cast
We all go
Teleportation
through the
Circle.
teleportation circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Leon, what do they see as they come through?
Green Slate, you have to describe. I describe what the house looks like.
Yes, but they are inside the cellar where the teleportation circle is.
The cellar inside. Okay, they have to
Yeah,
step.
they are
Oh,
in the cellar
Leon doesn't know how to
underneath the
DM. What are you
workshop, yeah.
doing?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. One of the most epic DMs I've ever played with.
Well, the cellar itself is probably not located under the house. It's a little bit outside. It's just a normal dark cellar, probably buried. Very inconspicuous. There's trapdoor leading up. Just a simple stack. Like it's simple as probably not well used. It's dusty. It's dark. There's no lights. It hasn't been used for a while, and probably hasn't been intended to be used very often.
Yeah, this looks like some kind of storage for someone that hasn't used it in a long time.
As you step out, as you step through the trapdoor, this seems to be hidden in some kind of tree. And as you push some of like the brushes and like just general greenery away, as you're blocking this like hidden path, like this hidden storage. And what you see like in this very, I would say it's Mediterranean like climate around Green Slate. Like
It's
beach
tropical,
climate.
actually. It
It's
is.
tropical. It's even tropical. Okay. Probably some palm trees, and built among these palm trees, you see what looks to be a large white stone engineer's workshop. Well, there's a scrapyard to the left of the house. There's just two windows. One is like towards the scrapyard, and the other is like facing the front. And there's a large chimney with dark smoke coming out. There's a metal sign in front of the shop which says says open for business, toys and tinkering. Residents Faust and Gretchen. There's this, like in the door itself onto the house is pretty large, like probably for an individual it is like almost 10 feet big. But it's kept very clinical clean. Like for an engineer's workshop, it's pretty clinical clean here.
Overhead, you hear seagulls, and you hear also the cries of peacocks in the vicinity. Those of you who know what a peacock sounds like, you cannot avoid them. You will hear them. It's green everywhere, like every kind of facade, every building. It seems like the kind of natural foliage of this island here is just growing everywhere, and you have these like purple, pink with flowers just sprouting from almost everywhere. You hear.
This seems like a good place to hide away from the hands. Nobody could possibly live here and still be sane.
Can I take a listen and see if I hear anything coming from the house? Anyone moving around or whatever?
Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
So why is that seagull
25.
carrying a letter?
You're a wizard, matey.
On a 25, what does he hear?
Currently, inside of the house, there's, I would say, minimal activity. There's not like during this time. I would say like it's in the morning, right?
Yeah, like early afternoon, early.
There's not
Yeah,
much
it's like
business going around,
9,
so
10
it's
o'clock or
pretty
something.
quiet. I would say
So,
it's pretty quiet.
nothing
There's no
inside the
business
house.
currently.
All right. I'll let the party know. Doesn't sound like there's anyone home. Strange to see teleportation circles here unmanaged.
Could be a place to rest up before we journey onward towards Theus's orphanage.
I mean, he did leave.
We are fully
presents
rested. We
behind.
just got here.
You
Maybe
remember that on the scroll it says to Green Slade and Faust, the same name that is on the sign to the workshop.
And we can see the workshop through the window.
Well, you can see the workshop. That is the workshop. It's a building in front of you.
Oh, we
The window is currently
teleported
like the-
outside. We're not inside.
No, you
you're
like
outside.
you crawled outside, like out from a tree that was like a secret cellar kind of
Oh,
compartment.
okay. Now I'm getting it. All right, cool.
Oh, I thought you were tired, Nuncle, from having us travel through time and space. But if you're all well and proper, well, we might just well loot the place and be on with it.
Well, less loot and more find out answers. Maybe we could speak to this fast fellow.
Oh, he lives here.
Well, that's what the sign says.
Oh, reading. Of course.
Yes, those
one.
those are letters.
We have so many powers, Nuncle.
The power of reading.
Fucking nerds.
The power of literacy.
Fucking nerd. Power of literacy.
Well, let's.
Power
I
of being a pants, am I right? For nerds.
Torgin, perhaps you want to go and take a look first before we jump head on in. We don't know if this letter was
This
planted
is
or
just
something.
I mean, it's. I'm gonna walk up and knock on the door.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I'll follow.
I'm investigating.
As you knock on the door, the door opens and it's inside. Well, you cannot really see currently inside because blocking the door, it's an 8 feet tall, gray, around middle-aged Loxodon, wearing a really wide and clean cloak for an engineer's workshop tinkerer. Like it resembles kind of like a doctor's cloak or something. On his head, there's this metal plateling tightly put on his head, almost seems like it's bolted on. And hanging around his neck, there's a necklace with like little metal trinkets. And most prominently, like there's a human fist-sized metal heart beating irregularly, like just hanging like onto that. Looking down, I see like on his trunk currently like carrying what seems to be just a bottle of probably morning drinking, but it seems to be high class, some kind of high class whiskey. As he looks down and looks around, very wanderer, those who share in suffering, step in. Let's find your purpose here. Come in. As he like takes some steps inside of a house, and it's pretty brightly lit. You see like a set of medicine, herbs, oil, iron rust, and some high-class bourbon probably filling the house. It's well lit inside, light up by what seems to be a single, probably anachronistic light bulb connected to a way too oversized generator with a tube leading to the fireplace and into the chimney, probably leading like this is probably where the dark smoke comes out. Inside of the workshop, you see just this, like it's very clean here, but also very grotesque in the things that are displayed. You see child's toys in grotesque shapes, like this ring throwing game, but rings are like these teeth mouths, like with some teeth missing. You see some dolls with missing limbs and like with like little like tags on them, like these little like clothing tags describing probably some things that you like your characters cannot make any sense of because these are medical like descriptions of body malformations, like lepra, muscle dysmorphia, pitted keratolysis, which for anyone who doesn't know, this is when your holes are literally like, this is skin disease where you have holes in the skin. There's epidermal dysplasia verruciformis. This is when your hands and feet are like looking like tree bark. If anyone ever seen this, like these
So-
dogs have like
So it's
all
the
these
Elephant
cancerous-
Man. We're
Yeah.
seeing the Elephant Man with the
yes.
Elephant Man. That's perfect.
There's like the clockwork dog with an open rib cage. There's this operation game, like everyone who ever played Operation, with way too anatomically correct organs made of metal. But yeah, to the side you see what seems to be some kind of automaton, like floating a little bit above the ground, of a green-haired human woman wearing a purple short Victorian dress. Come inside. Let me introduce myself. Yovo Alidon Mio Ganil Faust. Please call me Faust. You came from that direction, so I assume you're with him. Please, your names. I want to hear them.
Right, I was the one that knocked on the door. My name is Torben.
I'm the one that brought us here. I'm an uncle. Children, uncle, who happy clever dimlim.
Bless you.
Gnomes.
Hello, I'm terrified. And oust. No last name.
Welcome, terrified and housed. That's a really specific name, but alright.
It's a family name. No.
And he looks to Bjorn.
Oh, I'm Bjørn, the white bear.
Is it often I see someone almost my size? At least not of my kind. Okay, it's... I guess it's soon time. Let's start with a little icebreaker. I think it's best to show others how you think and how you feel. Just conveying your thoughts can be very important in establishing a good relationship. Let's start with this icebreaker. As I take out like the little heart from my necklace, like put it on there, let it as it like little bit floats into the air. And I like push it a little bit with my fingers and until it like starts ticking a little bit more regularly.
I like
What do
this
you think?
man.
What do you think makes up soul? How do you create one? How do you imitate one? As he like little pling sound as he like just knocks against with finger against the heart.
Are you asking how you make a soul? What's your question?
Well, magic, of course.
Every man will ask himself these questions. Well, first of all, you ask yourselves, how do you make life? How do you imitate life? As I knock against the metal hearts. Let's start with something easy, like a beating heart. Well, Gretchen, bring the usual play. This is something that I always prepare for children. Come sometimes here, just play and ask for your choice. And Gretchen, this automaton, like floats over, carrying what seems to be a miniature obstacle course, almost something you would see like a red maze, but it's made for like a miniature humanoid, like with all these obstacles that don't seem to be optimized around like a rodent. On the entrance, you see like this little toy soldier. Like this is just a normal tin soldier, like of a probably maybe Chthonian soldier, and little wind up clockwork as like Faust begins twisting and putting it on. Start of the obstacle course. Yeah. Have you ever thought of life and its meaning, its purpose? Why we must all suffer? As the through some invisible hand, the toy soldier begins being pushed along the path. In one fleeting moment, life comes and goes, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer, the question. Why given life, I mean to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect being, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy even as darkness ends. As a toy soldier leaves the maze and goes over the cliff of the table it's placed on and falls over into what seems to be like a scrap pile to the sides. Just a little thought experiment, don't mind. It's a little story I tell sometimes. As he then reaches out into his cloak and takes out a letter. It was also to prepare yourselves for what you might find in this letter. It arrived around 3 to 4 weeks ago, I think. As he puts who's the closest?
Probably Torgen, I guess.
Torben, he gives Torben the letter. You can make it you can open it, it's fun. There. I met him and Pandora before, yes.
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of that went over my head. That was quite the icebreaker, but a letter I can understand. That I can understand. And Torben will start to open it.
Right.
Okay. Can you read it? Maybe you adjust the size of the journal entry.
I'm going to give you Anton.
You can just show it all players, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this.
I imagine I would show it to everyone. I mean, especially because Torben is the one that's known Fierce for the least amount of time.
Actually, that's also want to read this.
Do I want to? I can do. I'm the furthest away from this creepy man at the moment. I'm unnerved to the max. I can read it though.
Nongel, do you want to read this?
Sure. Sorry, I'm gonna
You
zoom
might have
in
to
here a
adjust the
little
size
bit.
because Raw said it's a little bit pixely.
Yeah,
I also have a
otherwise.
link.
It's
I
a bit
also have a
better.
link
I got it.
just for you,
I
if you
also have
want
this
to.
one.
That's better.
Oh, that's much better.
I can read that one.
I write this letter in the knowledge that my time will come soon as I embark with you on my last journey. Blimey Bay seems to be the destination. My life has been a path laden with sins some pushed onto me since I choose to commit. I now see that there is no redemption for myself or for the things that I have done and for the lives I have taken. Children lost their parents, wives and husbands lost their spouses, brothers and sisters their siblings, and many of their friends and loved ones because of me. Still, I feel forever thankful I was given a second chance by a kind soul by the name of Pandora. To be something else than a tool of murder, even if I have to fake it. I can now face myself and the terrible mistakes I've made. That now at the end of my days, I have found others who had been rejected by the world but still try to carve out a place for themselves in it. That I was allowed to meet you and travel with you. For that, I am truly grateful. I will try to do my best for you all. I will strive to try to buy the future more time free of my legacy. I will stand for joy, laughter, music, and salvation rather than death and madness. But if you are reading this, then my travels on this path have come to an end. Take these following words as nothing more than a rambling sinner hoping to show his fellows a different path. Bjorn, when I first met you, I thought of you as an oaf, a single-minded beast that had battle and alcohol in mind, but beneath your foolish exterior there was conviction, self-confidence, and a desire to pursue an ideal, a guiding star that appeared during my time when I wandered recklessly without aim. So I decided to support you, as I knew. Support you as you know what they say. Every idealist needs a pragmatist behind him to watch their back. You're strong enough to break the world, but please don't do this, nor should you let it break you and your heroism. Also, the time where you thought you caught some STDs, that was just me putting thistles in your loincloth. I really wanted to stop you from caressing so much and burning through our funds. That's amazing. Nongle, thank you for being such a good listener and taking care of us. You're smart, resourceful, and you give us the stability and guidance that we need in our chaotic group. While we lean on you, don't forget to take care of yourself and your own problems. I'm not sure what happened in the past with your family, but I appreciate you still have them. You truly only value the things in your life life after you have lost them. Also, the eels in your shoes were my prank. Ost, I feel like I disagreed with you the most, though at the same time I think I did this because how watching you felt like looking in a mirror. You often reminded me of myself, and yes, I know that's a bit of an insult. You seem to run away from your past and present, trying to cut it away and remake yourself, seeking to reforge a new bond and leaving your old ones behind. Though your fascination in the past as an archaeologist shows that you don't look away from things that become history, but will we become just history in your eyes? I cannot tell. Your green blade creeps me out. Let me tell you from someone with experience, using your power from sources you cannot explain inevitably will lead you to being used instead. Also, if you haven't looked at your shovel lately, I stuck 2 googly eyes under the handle. As to what has been done after my death, I expect my body turned to dust because my time spent through pars temporis. If my body still exists, destroy it, burn it. Don't let Hassan Sabha and the face get their hands on it. For my last wishes, please seal away any disenchant pars temporis still, or stop Hassan Sabha. Yeah, before he does more terrible things. And if you ever meet Pandora's soul, tell her thank you, and I am sorry for me. Lastly, erase the legacy of Antares al-Azif whenever you find it. That silence would be the greatest eulogy I could ever hope for. From the one that you inspired, Theus. You mean the one that inspired us?
That was very nice.
That's great. I kind of welled up a little bit at the end there.
Oh, that's good.
I'm furious.
A very, very nice.
You're fear Theus.
No.
Bjorn, you're saying?
Oh, no, that was Jonas.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
You're just standing around in silence for a little bit.
yeah.
Fast. What is this? Is this some sort of trick? We've been tricked before, just recently. What is this?
No, it was sent in a letter 3 to 4 weeks ago. It arrived here. It was intended to be opened by you, I assume.
Well, he's not very good at telling the future. Either that, or we've massively disrespected his final wishes, because, well, Hassan's got his grubby little hands all over him. So that's, an issue.
Well, we need to take care of what he said, but he speaks as though he died and expected us to come here. He's not dead. We saw him alive when he left.
I mean, wait, there was also the more recent letter, right? The one for this place.
Did we read that letter?
There was no letter for this place.
No, that was just
Oh, sorry. I thought
that was a
I thought that was
teleportation scroll, right? That
I-
said
Oh, right,
here,
sorry,
and
yeah.
then that's where you need to go, kind of thing. It's just yeah.
Well, I mean, all of this does kind of work off the assumption that he's dead, which, as far as I'm concerned, he can't be. Not yet. We know, probably.
Faust,
I'm still finding eyes on things. So
do you know Theus, Faust?
Just passing by. He works sometimes in the orphanage. Got along well with kids. I also meet Pandora. Very joyful fellow. Both
This
had a good relationships, yes.
Pandora fellow, is he in Greedstade?
No, he left long time ago.
Where is he, do you
And I
know?
also told him that long time ago she left this world altogether. Her soul somewhere. At least, the council told me.
the council, did you say?
Yes.
Told you? Council of whom?
Those who I answer to. The Twitching Council, those who watch over, and have bestowed all of these gifts. The knowledge, the skill. Are you interested in joining our church?
No.
No, 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 no. I mean, awfully awfully nice, but no, goodness. No, I mean, I'm sure it's great,
It's
but
very sad. I don't want to
but no.
force you.
But
But-
I don't think you could.
The Twitching Council.
I wouldn't want to see you
says
try.
You need to see, you need to learn and remember. And I would say to you that you should see what's currently in front of your eyes. That your friend is currently gone.
Currently,
Well,
Not till we see his body,
yep.
and not
I
until
want
we
proof.
bring him back.
We are men of science. We need empirical proof before we determine the death of one of our compatriots.
Science and magic. Over here.
Yes, and
Let's
and
learn.
magic, but yes.
and I learn what his fate has been. With you here, I see the signs of my departure have arrived. I would be very interested in joining you in your endeavor, particularly because the Twitching Council has given me the sign that those who have suffered from fate will come soon. I've seen no one here suffering more than you currently are.
But do we have to join your temple, though?
It's not necessary, but I would be very pleased if we could convert some fellows. Which I reminded it of something as I look outside the window to scrap and make a sound. Elephant
Microphone
trunk.
cut off, yeah. Beautiful.
And outside you see like coming. There's a half elf and like a tabaxi boy, Jack and Dexter, closing the shop for a while. Take up the scraps and you can do with that what you want. But I want the yard cleaned up. Like
Jackie Dexter kind of like takes down their skateboards after they do an ollie, and then
I made them. Yes.
sure, man, let's go. We'll look into the shop.
That's rad.
We're looking at
Cowabunga,
old
dude.
man.
Yes, totally gnarly. With a G.
Oh,
you
you
fellow
fellow
kids.
kids.
Well, are you planning to go soon? Otherwise, I can offer my humble abode to you.
Wait,
I think we should discuss if you should be
A
coming with
boat
us
in my
first.
house.
What could you offer to us? I mean, we're
I was
all
also
very...
about to say we've had many near-death experiences just in the last 1 or 2 days, so I'm not really sure if this is the best vacation trip. I mean, this seems like a very nice
The
vacation
Greenspace.
spot.
Greenslade has very beautiful beaches and it's warm all year round. We have many tourists.
And you can go out in the
Well-
sun, can you? Or do you, burn up? Turn into a cloud of,
It's
vapor or something? I
it's
don't know.
comfortable. But regarding the
Comfortable.
tourists, they leave, let's say, not only the scrap here, but quite a lot of, well, as I point towards outside and you see in the distance the orphanage, the little trunks. This is also something the tourists leave to the women on the side.
Well, I definitely want to investigate the orphanage. I mean, that's Theseus' home. I mean, maybe we can find some information out about him. But, sorry, once again, what was your name again? It was Faust, right?
My full name is... Well, we don't need to, but it's Yo Aladon Mio Gania Faust. Please call me Faust, or Yo.
Faust, great.
But we are
good.
not close enough for that yet.
Excellent.
Good
What
Faust.
you,
I'm
you
not
want,
likely to yet enough for that.
are you an adventurer of sorts? I mean, you.
I'm not an adventurer. I'm a tinkerer and a missionary, I would say. A doctor too.
A molester
Yes,
of the materials. I see. Yes.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
way of putting it.
For example, if you just give me some time, I could make something for you.
Yes, an alchemist, I believe, of some sort.
That too I can do.
Yes.
I can even cook.
You can
There are
even
many
cook.
skills.
Great. Peanuts. Excellent.
Right.
Do you mind the rest of us speaking about this?
Of course. Take your time.
Nongol scurry
It's
outside.
warm outside. And in the trees.
Yes, out there's trees
And I
outside. Yes.
Lovely stuff.
I knew one who spoke just like him. He's called Mima. He was very wise. He was my counselor for a long time back home in the north. I mostly understood him when we were eating shrooms together.
Like
he was,
the happy kind? Or like the garlic butter kind?
I mean, both of
see
those are
patterns
happy, in my
and
opinion.
dark kind. I feel the waves even though I'm laying in the snow kind.
Ah, the happy kind. Yes, yes.
Yes. Happy. Sure.
Well,
But he was very wise. My point is, I think it's very important that we have him tag along and spread wisdom, because we definitely need that.
I mean, I know a lot has happened, but are we just gonna pick up random wise people? Is that really what we're doing?
Oh, the wise
Sorry.
people don't hang on trees. And
It-
he couldn't because he's an elephant.
Am I missing a common consensus here that there is wisdom in this terrifying madman's ramblings?
I mean, listen, most of it went over my head. I'm gonna need some of the smarter people here to paraphrase what all that was about.
I'm going to be very drunk.
sorry, Rora's Furrow's still with us, right?
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Just turn
yeah.
around, there's a ferret there as well. Oh, hello.
Well, we already have one
Hello.
creature, want to have another. We lost a cat, picked up a ferret. Now we have an elephant.
And I
And then we have a bear, a beetle, and a whatever green thing is. I don't know. Whatever.
you are do you need me to do anything? Sir?
Weigh in on your opinion. You know why we're here. You were under the same effect that we were. You're with us as far as I'm concerned. Not that we're telling you everything about what we're
And you've
doing.
been deeply involved in the things we've been doing for the last 2 days. I think we all remember the great times we've had with you 2 days.
Yes, and
just
sometimes your
go over the
voice
mood.
seems to ring through my mind like some sort of narrator. It's perfect.
That's a weird compliment, but thank you. I think this. He looks up at he looks back at Faust. This This widow is I don't know, honestly. I think if you knew Theus, if Theus trusted him enough to carry around his address and
the
let
message as
him
well.
look over the orphanage he loved so much, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe he is to be trusted.
I would also just say, though, Theus was kind of a prankster. This might just be his final prank for all we know. Here's this old senile elephant man. He's good in a pinch.
I think
What,
that
what if
with
this
this,
man's completely normal and this has all been some jape?
well, the sentiment of his last letter, given out there, even though he did have some quips, or at least admitting to them, I don't think that this is a joke. I hope not, at
Neither
least.
do I. I think it is maybe a. Can I be completely candid with you, Noga?
Of course, I assume you would always be.
I think it is time to maybe entertain the possibility that Diaz is gone.
Not very entertaining.
Perhaps not that candid around the barbarian, but it's possible, but we saw him alive when he left, and we'll see if we can track him down again.
You saw the man who took him.
So,
With the
Bjorn
force
asked,
of all darkness and the conquering dark, do you really think that either he would survive or not be used in his nefarious purposes?
well, the letter said exactly that don't let his body end up there. There's no reason why they couldn't just kill him to do such a thing. And
He
his
should get the
Also-
revenge, yes?
I'll also say, regardless of whether he's alive or not, still have to fulfill his nice wish of dealing with the body, no?
This is true.
Yes.
So, do we agree to take Theus's companion and see if we can track his body down?
Maybe this Faust character knows something about the face, where to find them, if that is still where we want to go.
Do you like him talking?
I mean, it's a lot to take in, but I'm sure he'll grow on you. It was kind of a creepy workshop, I gotta be honest, but yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine, right? I mean, if Theus trusted him, I guess.
But so what you're saying is you're not directly opposed. You're not.
Yeah,
for,
that's
you're
that's
just-
that's pretty much what I'm saying. Yes.
What about you, Ast? What do your royal demeanors look upon him?
Yes. Well, you see, he could work on his. He I think he needs some PR training, maybe. Just, I mean, he's interesting. He's an interesting fellow, creative. Too, scares the shit out of me. But I mean, if we think he might know something about the face, I guess. Yes,
say-
he's probably, at the very least. Means to an end.
Well,
It's
so how
pretty
about
intense. Oh, sorry, go on.
how about we ask him if he knows about the face? If he does, then he joins us. If not, then he doesn't. Ast, are you okay?
The whole.
Have you never seen a
flesh-
Loxodon before?
It wasn't the Loxodons, it was the flesh puppets.
Unless
I completely misunderstood the room that Bobby was just in.
Oh, the necromancy part of the school, it was all the rave.
Why are you trying to get into it? What is it?
Well, that my book said I should, so...
Oh, we're all doing it now, are we? Goodness.
I mean, all
Look.
I'm saying is he said, "Here's an icebreaker," and he put a heart on the table. That is a little bit strange.
And he was speaking
Even
about
if
how
it
to
was-
create life, and I have these corpses
Yes.
in my bag that I can actually bring to life. I mean, I was thinking, like, maybe that was a cube, maybe from the book or whatnot, but it seems like this is definitely a saint sent to us by Theus, in a sense.
Do you know? I did know a fellow in Cophonia in one of the academies who had a similar icebreaker in which he'd go over to a table and put a different body part on the table. But I mean, maybe it's similar, but I'm not
Wrong
entirely
trunk.
sure.
It's the wrong trunk, I think.
Yes. Occasionally, actually, if you're away from your drink, he'd put it in that as well. But just
What kind of
Maybe-
size do you attend again?
all only the most prestigious.
Let's see. All right.
Ferret.
I think the
Locked
sidebar is going away
on.
from us. Yeah, let's get
Look,
back
look,
to it.
look. If the scary man is useful, we'll bring the scary man. It's as simple as that.
Oh, yes.
Don't think he means
I
any
think we are
ill.
all very scary men.
I think some of us are more scary than others. I think I'm perfectly approachable.
Well, perhaps
least
we
one of
ask
my
him
alter
to
egos.
show us his skills. Just to say, hey,
Like a tryout, maybe.
yes, like
let's get down to
small,
tryouts.
like this show, like us. You could brandish your blade. I could conjure magic. Torgen, you can disappear.
I think this adventurer factor was closed down, no?
Yes, well, possibly. And
So-
Bjorn,
so
you
we're
look angry. It works very well for you.
So we're putting him on probation. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, yes, this. Yes, the same
Couldn't we
way
just
Furrow
ask him
is.
to do something?
Right now, yes, we tell him
Just
to
ask him.
try
No.
out,
I think
sort
we have
of.
to push him in any sense. I think he's the kind of person you just ask. Nice.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, of course, we don't want to like engage him in combat or anything, even though he must be useful in combat for us to do.
Yeah, exactly. Just ask him. Can you show us how you can be useful?
Good. Well,
Okay,
agreed.
turn
Ask him-
around.
What,
Ask him if he was to sum all of his skills up in like one kind of thing, one kind of like a title that he'd called the sum of all of his skills, maybe. And
Maybe
then
if
how
he
far he since he'd progressed through those skills.
on a scale of 1 to 20.
Yes.
Lash cut to the next conversation with Faust.
Faust, come here. We would like to speak to you about joining us.
Okay, please. As I open the door and step outside there with heavy steps, I come outside, look around. Have you come to a decision? If not, I would very well make the journey myself.
Well, there are two things that we ask from you. One is to display a sense of your power, per se. We engage ourselves in very difficult tasks and many difficult combats or whatnot, and we just want to see what you can actually bring to the table. Just a slight display, nothing. We don't want to cause any violence or whatnot.
Show us what you've got.
Yes, and a grouping of abilities on a scale of 1 to 20.
Is there something that you currently want? Something big? Just some material
A
thing.
display. Myself, I am a channeler of magic, per se.
Yes. Is there something that you want? Some material thing that you want?
A beer,
How
please.
about
Yeah, strong alcohol.
Diamonds?
A large
I-
beer.
Oh, do you know? In some places, they actually have like a globe of the world, and you can open it up, and it's got like a drinks cabinet inside.
Okay.
What?
So either
walk
liquor or a
up to
place to
some of-
store it. That's what we
I
ask.
walk up to some of the scrap yards. I reach out with my hands, and all of them, the scraps assemble themselves in just one single moment to a globe that has a little like what's called that can be opened up. This which has
There's a lid.
a hinge, which has a hinge on the one side, and inside you see like this like it's all of metal, of course, but it's like a table and some tubes. What seems to be like just a simple keg that can probably be refilled with alcohol, and just a tube like to fill up some cups of metal there in one single motion. As like this is the Deus Ex fabricate raw.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and there now is like this metal globe with like this little bar inside out of the scrap that I made, like it was just lying around.
If you ask him,
Well, I'm convinced.
He gets my vote of confidence.
wait. Ask him about the flask and ask him about the mask, and I'll check out the flask, and I'll want to cast identify on whatever he just made.
It is a bunch of iron. You could trace the magic of its creation, but it's not innately magic itself. The materials.
This unfortunately takes me 10 minutes to do. So,
Yeah.
Wait,
Or you can also just
if you guys
spend
want to
them
ask
first.
about the mask, I'll do that.
But Tobias, good. Could you tell us a bit more about the mask?
How much would Fierce have told me about the mask? I was a counselor of some sort. I would often hear confessions in my booth, so I would tell them as much as Fierce has heard about the face.
Oh, you mean the face? Yeah.
Yeah, like
He's
Fierce would
talking
have
to the
told
sky.
me.
I don't like it.
Go ahead
Yes,
and
the
give
top.
me. Go ahead and give me. I'll say. Go ahead and give me an investigation with advantage, just to see how much you kind of held on to.
No. Actually, I can flash. Wait a second. I flash a sub badge. Like I knock onto the metal on my head.
It says the glass at the bottom. Get him. We know half of it at least.
Steal his hat, quick!
So it's 14 instead.
You know that thieves once were involved with the face, and that you're supposed to be very wary of them, and kind of that is why you have done all the things to kind of shield the orphanage from outside attack. You know that it's like a global kind of conspiracy theory organization, shadow council, trying to infiltrate all kinds of stuff, both crime and government, to kind of push their own agenda of securing Cerenar from otherworldly beings, right? You only know where they are strong, like especially within the Hajari Emirates. They have a really large presence, and some places in Arania. But they're mostly everywhere. You would have no idea where to begin to find their actual locations. Like you might have one or two bars that thieves maybe mentioned, but nothing that like it would have. It would almost be a coincidence if they led to something.
Well, Fierce was kind of secretive in a lot of the things he said. Mostly sobbing, mostly concerning Pandora. But the face has its influence everywhere. From what I've heard, Fierce, well, birthplace has the most influence of the face. I might remember something more in the future, but Fierce was kind of secretive about his past regarding that.
You would probably know around the same the rest of you that I just said, like maybe a little less than that, from just talking to thieves. But these are like the big thing about the face is it is clandestine, meaning trying to find them is going to be a very difficult task.
Well, welcome to the team. I think you have proven that you possess great power, and of what I understand, great wisdom. So I think that we should, travel, make our way,
Yep.
doing the walkie walk.
Doing
Or the flashy flash with the magic.
Very kind of you to put wheels on this drinks club as well, so I can move it with us. Excellent. Well, yes, welcome aboard, I guess. Good. Excellent. Where are we going? The orphanage?
Yes.
We have to see that
yeah.
small girl again. She's creepy. I was going to say she's creepy, but I have a new sense of perspective.
Well, you learn every day. say. When you meet different people, learn their suffering, and your perspective does change.
That is one way of putting it. Good. Well, thank you for the drinks globe. As well.
It's not transportable. It's too heavy. It's metal.
Oh, goodness.
Did you just make like a big sippy cup for us? Is that what you did, or?
It's like a little, like it's a big globe that can fit like 2 people with like table and some chairs and like a keg and a tube, like a metal tube and some metal
Oh,
glasses.
I thought you made like a cup. You made a fucking sphere.
like,
thought you meant like a drinks
globe.
cabinet.
It's a large globe, and then which can open up, and inside is a table, chairs, like a metal keg, metal glasses, and the metal tubes, just so you can drink. That's what you wanted, Oz. It's not transportable. Like
Okay, never mind.
No.
Holy fuck.
Yes.
Nong was like, this wasn't created by Magic Roar?
it's
Yeah, it
fabricated.
was.
Oh, it was.
It's fabricated.
Oh, okay. Ha! I see
saw
what
him
you did
cast
there.
Fabricate
It
in-
was
in a
very
few
quick,
seconds.
though.
Yep.
Well, you know where the orphanage is, right? Maybe you can.
Well, it's just over there, and he points like just like 300 feet in that direction, like northwards.
Oh, well. Thanks for pointing it out. Maybe you can make our introductions so we can find the girl.
Of course, I'm a common presence there. They know me.
Perfect.
As you move to the orphanage, you see a bunch of kids. Not as impoverished as you might think. They're definitely being looked
And a
after.
lot of gold here, like there's a ton of gold here.
You see, as you come over, you see a bunch of people sitting at a table outside, playing dice, wearing big coats over the legionary armor.
Oh, shit. Hello, chat.
The dice I made the little dots look like real human eyes, just so a little bit more flair.
Good.
So, here, see you met Faust. He's the weird one.
He's the weird one.
Yep.
Good day.
Right.
Never would have guessed.
Primo Savannah sits up. Who's this then? Points at you, talking.
All right,
Where did the cat boy go?
They broke me out of hell.
Yes, yeah, yes, this is Torgan. He came from hell. Torgan, this is
What did you used to work retail or? Oh, never mind.
Basically. I mean, actually a bit of both. Retail in hell. It was not pleasant.
Oh, all right.
Alright, so if I
Yes,
remember
you are.
rightly, Torgan, this is that's Axia over
Yep.
there. She's the lady. She's in charge, apart from me. Then you've got a Barney. He's second in command. And then I believe,
Right, that's her.
yeah, I see you're still drinking. Then we got Junior. She's
Right.
the youngest, fresh faced. And then there was another one whose name escapes me because I have a load of names. Was it Abucus? No, he ran away. Menuzo, no.
Menuso, sir.
Menuso,
Legionary Menuso,
yes.
yes.
There you go. So, yes. There's the gang. They're my former team, I guess. Team,
Right,
squadron.
sir. It's been
cohort.
pretty quiet here, sir. Kind of turned away a few buggers trying to come in, do dumb shit here. Otherwise, been pretty nice. Cheap alcohol. Weather's good.
Good work on all the intel you gave us.
What?
Wait, they gave us
haven't met
intel?
since, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they
A
helped
little.
us. They helped us figure out about the slavers. Oh,
Yeah.
you guys, you don't remember?
Oh, that's what
Oh,
I...
yeah, it's just a few months ago, isn't it? Now,
wasn't there.
Do you have any idea what we've been through in the past few months? Bjorn, I
Alright,
am
well.
surprised you remembered.
Right, let's catch up then. Who wants some grub?
Yes, please.
I will take wine because that's what I drink.
Sure, we've got grog and beer here. They don't do wine in the area.
I also have whiskey and
Oh,
bourbon if you want.
Fuck.
All right, well, let's
What
drink
I
in
was
front of
gonna
these kids.
say
Let's
whatever
go. All right,
Oz
let's
is
catch
saying,
up.
but I love whiskey.
I always
Yes,
have some high class in my closet.
Well, so fast. I'm a
Yes.
wizard of sorts. You don't seem to carry any weapons. You're not a warrior by any chance.
Well, my weapon, I left one of, well, not a weapon, but just equipment in my house. I can take them and show them to you next time.
Oh no, that's fine. I just wanted to know what you're capable of. Are you a spellcaster of sorts?
I
Looking
have some
intently.
tricks. I have some tricks, and I have my ways to defend myself, yes.
Let's have some whiskey then, my friend. Less for me than for you. You're about 30 times my size.
Of course. Let
So
me just
you're
get.
always. Oh, sorry.
Let me just get take a quick trip back. Come out of my workshop with a shield on my side and like a hammer on my left side, and just carrying with my trunk like 2 glasses and a bottle of whiskey.
I like his trunk.
So this seems nice. Sitting on a tropical island, drinking with children playing around.
If you're,
Not what we're here for, though. But
You guys.
Not at all.
interrupting. You're interrupting Abane as he's telling a story to Oust.
Oh no, Nongo
The
walked away to
Hammer
talk to
Master.
Faust about that. He was interrupting.
The Armor Master, looks at Savannah, says, "I guess that ship has sailed," and then she threw all the beams in the harbor.
oh, I see.
And they all roar of laughter.
I see.
Like they're very happy with that. Oh, sorry, you said Master Bjorn.
Oh, it's just you must have been here for quite a while.
A few weeks, yeah, 6 weeks maybe.
Do you know if there's a little girl? The name escapes me. She looks
Oh,
like
right. The Vega girl, right? Yeah, sure, we can go pick her up.
Oh, perfect.
Well, we don't need to bring her with us.
Nah, it's fine. He just he
No,
drinks
just-
the rest of his alcohol.
Just
gets
check
up.
in, maybe.
Check in where? Like,
Just-
going.
just-
no,
No, just
we're
check
gonna-
in on
we're
her. We
gonna-
don't need to kidnap her.
No,
How
no,
is
no,
she?
no,
She's
too
okay.
drunk. Let me just go. I'll get her. All right, come on. And then
He's
he
going
goes
to
in after a
kidnap
while.
her. Oz,
Just
control
to
your
be
man.
clear, just to be clear, Oz, did you send a bunch of drunk soldiers around a daycare? Is that really what's happening right here?
Absolutely. These fine folks are they are incredibly skilled and proficient in working without direct orders on their own. What's the word? Jurisdiction, initiative, and yes, no, they are very. I trust them with my life.
Do you
Which
know
is
what
right,
they're
sir.
doing? Their best. They're doing their
They
best.
are absolutely doing their best.
After a while, a band comes back with the taxi girl, Vega. Oh, hi. I'm really sorry about all the things that happened last time we saw each other.
Yeah, it's good.
Where's Steve's?
Yes, that's the point.
What?
So we kind of lost him.
Lost him?
Yeah.
a
So,
sense.
could you maybe start us out on our trail to get him back? We think that maybe the face.
Who took him?
Yeah, maybe the face did. So, if you could tell us maybe about one of their hiding places, or I don't know, someone who is connected to them we can get a hold of, or
She looks pained.
maybe where they keep their treasure, or I don't know, anything to go after.
The face is many things. I was I was recruited when I was so small. I don't remember. I don't remember anything from before being in the training camps, working with my master, and being in the service of the many-faced Lord. I never saw where we went. Anytime we went somewhere where the face was, I was either blindfolded or we teleported there. When
No city or
I know that we had a lot of work in Rath Hajar,
okay.
and I think I know how to get in contact with the face there. But I don't know where I would go. Everything is shrouded in mystery. These people are so paranoid that I don't even think I know about any other operatives of the face than the Many-Faced Lord, my master, and a few other colleagues. But I know we are thousands. I don't know where they are unless I need to know that.
We would
Does that
like
make
to
sense?
trim down their numbers. So you said that you might have a way you could contact them. Could we maybe do that? Could you tell us how we could contact them?
You were hunted by them, weren't you?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
And who was it that attacked you and took Theus?
The big guy.
Hassan, hey buddy.
Hassan Isabar?
Isabar.
The Lord himself? And you're alive?
Apparently,
Kinda
yes.
left us alive. Oh, I'm talking, by the way. I'm new, but they kind of
You
left
sh-
us.
Are you sure if you go into Rath Hajar right now looking for them, just walking in on their turf, that's a good idea?
Bjorn,
Are you sure if you go into the city of the assassins looking for a fight that's what's your plan here? Like
well, how else are we supposed to say
I'm not sure.
this?
Depending on what you do, I'm not sure I even would help you if I could.
We don't
You
want
just get yourself
we
killed.
don't want to we don't want to bait the face into an open battle. What we want to do is try and get in there as unnoticed as possible and cut the head off the snake.
I don't think you understand. It's a global organization.
Yes.
No one knows where the many-faced Lord is.
So what, you suggest that we bring him to us?
I suggest that
how
if you want,
how do you suggest we
if you-
find Theus? That's what we want to do.
do you know where he went?
He disappeared with Hassan.
We wouldn't need to try and find him if we knew where he went, would we?
No. All right. So how would you ask me to track him then?
Not asking you anything, but you seem to have all these answers to questions we're not even asking yet. If you don't think running...
What are you answering? What are you asking me then?
If you know of the mask, or where they operate...
The mask?
The face.
Oh,
The face, sorry. Face mask. I'm getting confused, sorry.
no, yeah, but I know where they operate. Everywhere.
Well, is there some place they operate here? Maybe we can question someone.
I've never seen them here. They had a few operatives attacking us, but me and the boys chased them away from here.
Well, you know
hasn't
Theus
seen-
better than any of us. Where was Theus most terrified of going to?
You know precisely how long I've known Theus as long as I've known you guys. What are you asking me? Like, are you asking me if I can't give you an address that you can go and knock on if that's what you're asking? That's not how it works. Everything is compartmentalized. Everything is a cult. They don't tell you anything. I don't even know the name of the guy who trained me. I know one day I was in the village in the mountains.
Right.
Then I was an apprentice to the face. And I've been in and out. I've seen training facilities, underground, I think, areas where the young people train and get to be assassins, and I've been out of that on assignments with my master. If
Who's your master?
you killed him,
Do
We did do that.
Yeah. Oops. Is it anyone? I.
Anything to go off. We
Well,
don't want
hang
to
on.
lose anymore.
There is a paper trail.
Have at least one
Yes.
Way back when we found that boat full of slave children that was being taken into the city,
I remember.
and Vega was one of the face was deeply involved in that.
yes, we were taking that to Staunchflow.
That was being gone to store, so don't worry. Okay. That's not going to work then.
We could start
Do you
the
know-
trail of the slavers. They are working with the face.
I don't think the slavers knew it was the face. I think, but yeah, sure. Like, do you know how insane it is that you saw so many of them?
Oh, we've seen far more recently. Believe me.
It sounds to me like we're not going to get any information unless we get someone who's higher rank. Is that right?
I think that's right. But I'm also not sure why you would go digging around in Rathajar.
That's
To
I
find
know
Venus.
Rathajar is where it has always been centered. It seems that it's a city of 500,000.
right. Then we go to Rafajar. We bait out as big a cheese as we can within the face, and we try and get hold of them, and we torture the information out of them. All those in favour say, yeah, right.
Have you tried to torture them before? Because that's like the first thing we get trained for.
But then we don't torture.
Have you? Okay,
We
what do
recondition.
these? They like you. There was a
I
whole
mean,
slavery
torture
thing,
is
right?
quite effective if you know how to use it.
There was
That's
the
the first
whole
word of sense he said all day.
there was the whole there was a whole slave thing, right? Where they had to go to Stone's Flow,
Yes.
and you said you figured out why they wanted to do that.
In a manner of speaking, yes, spark international war.
So they want to fight the North.
Yes.
All right.
Well, no, they don't want to fight the North. They want somebody else to fight the North on their behalf. They want
Did you say
chaos.
that?
They're trying to turn everybody against each other. They're not doing anything themselves. They're puppeteering.
Oh, I think you're wrong. They believe that what the North is doing is wrong. That they're worshiping gods. It's a existential threat. They want to kill the North. They're fighting a war right now against them.
I've had another idea, which I will discuss with you all shortly.
And
Without
I
the,
know, I'm sorry. I
wisecracking
can't give you. I can't give you an address. I'm very sorry.
That's fine. Thank you for the help.
Do you know who can?
She knows
you
no
killed
names.
him.
Oh,
No one knows.
very well.
Like, I'm going to tell you, if they don't want you to find them, you won't.
Also, aren't these the people where they weird things happen when they die or get knocked out? Isn't it kind of hard to actually get a hold of anyone?
You would have to be incredibly, insanely lucky to figure this out.
Gents, I've had. How about this? They want war with the North. They want to crush the North and the religious elements of the North. What if we went north and we started a rumor and we built the rumor into something more than a rumor and said that a prophet has come forth from a god, and we make it so obvious and so inescapably unavoidable that they have to bring out the big guns. We lure them somewhere.
Well, we wanted
So
to
that's
head
how you
north from
find
Bjorn
someone who took-
anyways.
The way you find somebody who doesn't want to be found is you make them find you. And we know they can do that, believe me. But if all of a sudden they heard, and throughout the cities of the land they heard that someone something has happened in the north, some great outpouring, some great appearance of the holy, the divine, they won't be able to ignore it. So they have to come. If it's big enough, we get the big guy.
If you want to create a stir, doesn't that just involve what the big guy wants to do already? Bjorn and that weird horn.
True. So what, we start a war? We give them what they want to take what we want back?
But sure, I think if what you say is true, the war has already begun, has it not?
Not on the scale it needs to be for that.
Okay.
I mean, all of this is well and good, but this is long-term planning. I mean,
Alternatively, we go into this Rathajar and try digging for leads, but we'll be going in empty-handed.
Blind and deaf.
Like, it's not impossible.
I don't know. I'm out of ideas, gents.
I like your idea, Jost. What do you think, Dogan and Bjorn?
I just worry that if we do anything more elaborate and start to plant seeds, it's going to be too late to actually stop whatever they're going to do with Theus.
I don't like to give up on the possibility that my friend is still alive. Furrow, you said it too plainly. I don't want to believe that in the possibility that he is dead. Why it's too soon to pursue all these long trails that might lead to him. He wanted.
Oh, all right.
The gods spoke.
Sorry, Jonas, you were saying?
He described in his letter he wanted us to disenchant his artifact and at least give him a proper funeral. So in the case that he is dead, I want to do that.
If the face have got him and they go ahead with what they wanted to do, it means that he doesn't die, he merely becomes Asani. Which means we kill him. There's no body left over when this thing he becomes this person. Now whether we can knock Hasani out of him, I don't know. But he is that person. Once it's changed. Once the switch over happens. In which case we have to kill him anyway. The difference is this time he has some magical timepiece as well. Because he had that when he got taken. As far as we know.
I mean, again, the problem seems our only real lead immediately is to go on a suicide mission in Rafajar, but we barely even survived our last encounter with the face.
But what do we expect to gain out of us? What do we want to get out of Rafajar? Are we looking to try and bait out?
We want Theus back. We want to see what.
But going to Rafajar won't do that.
Well, perhaps you're right. But we're not strong enough to face Rathajar yet. Is there another way?
Well, if I can say a few words as a new member, you all seem to still be hoping and holding on to hope. There's a story that I've heard where when you still hope, you suffer, and releasing that hope and that suffering in that aspect. Finding your way through the darkness unknown, clinging to a hope. You're suffering way too much already. Let it go and cling to other pieces of hope. Maybe you will find the thread back to where you began. And if not, at least one piece of suffering will be eliminated in your thoughts for a while.
But with that said, I do understand. If it was my companions, I would not wish to leave them behind as well. But I do not know where to start. I follow your lead.
You still hope, let that hope go, and maybe you will find then another way.
But
It would be very different if we knew that Theus was lost. But
The face is not gonna.
We don't know.
Yeah, the face is not gonna show himself. There's no reason to anymore.
Yeah.
He got what he wanted.
We could go into Rafajar, trying to bait out him, but then why would he come for us? He has no need. He's got what he wants.
Well, then ask yourself what else is your next best connection? What else does the face want? Well, I've heard of the Hassanites, quite extreme individuals. I've heard some stories from traveling merchants that come to our ports. From a war brewing, from demons coming, and from the face, or at least Hassanite having some hands at that. Maybe follow that trace. That is your next best bet, I would say.
I don't know. I would also like to look for yes.
Okay, I have one idea, but it's really a long shot.
Yes.
Go on.
A long time ago, I asked the Amber King to travel to New Wrath to make an audience with the King of Rethuria on behalf of the North. If he succeeded, I think we have safe passage, even though it's convincible territory. And we might convince the king that the trouble in Storm's Flow was not an act of war on behalf of the North, but it was indeed the face. And he might help us catch the face. Could be a very powerful ally, might slow or turn the war, maybe stop it, or at least cast doubt upon his allies in the shadows.
Well, it will at least bring the...
Puppeteers.
Yes, I agree. It'll at least bring the face out to, well, where we know or whatnot.
This seems like a plan.
But we
It's
have
a
to
start
be
of a
plan.
fast. And we have to be very convincing.
I guess we would really need Theus to do this, huh? Okay.
It's more of a plan than just kicking down doors and yelling for the face to fight us. So I'm at least down for that.
So what we're going to?
It's a domino.
So what we're going back to Blammy Bay and then taking the levitator to New Earth? I think we should prepare that most of the places we go are not on the sea. People will be looking for you, or at least I don't think it will be easy to travel.
Unless the Amber King succeeded and we have the pass of
Okay.
diplomacy.
The
So
one way to find out, I guess.
I mean, it's a direction. I think that's
Good a plan
that's
as
the
any.
stance.
Well, wherever your journey will go, I will watch it with great interest. We all have our goals, and traveling around is currently still fulfilling mine. I'm really looking forward to our future endeavors and cooperation.
Yes. Us too.
Yeah, great. Yep.
Yes. Everybody, yes. Yes.
So what do
I agree, as long as we're not signing up for some sort of cult where we drink Kool-Aid, but yes, absolutely.
Oh no, we only drink whiskey here.
Well,
There
I'm
are no
I'm
specific-
great for that. I mean, I'll sign right
That's
up.
Yeah,
that's
no,
a code I can get
don't-
behind.
Don't worry, we don't really. Well, except if you're too young, of course.
it
There's
is better
still
than
age
the
restriction on alcohol.
it is better than the stinky clam nog we get usually. So
in the
Oh,
interest
Clemmer,
What's your
I had
tongue?
this once. That was quite a horrible experience.
he makes it
Correct.
himself, the dwarf.
I retract my vote of confidence. You will not speak ill of this great beverage.
I am only a whiskey and bourbon drinker.
Listen,
Yeah,
I like
no, yes.
all alcohol, but show respect. That's all I'm
Of
saying.
course, I'm showing respect for an inferior product.
Anyway,
in the interest
I
of going
like him.
fast, I
We cannot all be born with the high class that bourbon and whiskey have. Not all alcohols can be that way.
would like to ask you, Nongo,
Yes.
have you ever been to the Pillar in New Wrath?
Or?
Yeah, you've seen the. It's
It's
actually
pretty close.
Yeah.
I probably would have visited there, right?
Yeah, New Earth is the capital more or less of Cerenar, right? It's the largest city on the continent.
Oh,
It
of
has
course,
the largest tower outside of the Tranquil Pillar itself.
of course, I've been there. I'm sure everyone's looking for me, though. I'll have to go in disguise.
Do you think that
the pill.
we could use? I don't know. They probably have a magic circle like the one we travel through here.
The teleportation department is extremely well controlled. Like, so you would teleport it like inside an armed fort, basically, right? You can definitely do that. That's you are more than welcome to try.
They would never expect it.
No, they
I
won't.
think if we aim,
We'd be in
to enter
combat
New
for a
Wrath-
month.
Yeah, if we want to go to New Wrath and raise as few eyebrows as possible, we need to travel there unaided by magic and probably incognito
But we're trying to have an audience with the king. I don't think.
until we get to New Wrath and until we get in front of the king, or maybe just before.
Well, just
But it
quick
would cut
question
a lot of steps.
for the magic smart people. How does the whole detection of teleportation work? Are we gonna have visitors after what we just did? So how does that work?
Well, if they're
Most
tracking
likely.
me, they've already been tracking me, and all the spells that I've cast, they've been able to track. So, regardless, it
We've
doesn't quite
cast so
matter.
many spells in the last few days as well that I'd imagine they would have come for us by now if they were coming again.
Yes,
we
the-
have bent the ear of a number of people in the
Well, Blinded
pillar.
Bay is very far away from the pillar as well.
The important thing is
Okay.
to keep moving. If we cast a spell, don't stay in that area for very long. Keep moving. Don't lay down operations.
Yeah, that's what my people always say. Like, you shouldn't throw with elephants in glass houses.
You shouldn't throw at. Isn't that racist? Kind of. Never mind.
The correct term would be speciesist, but yes, sure.
But Nungle, like, you want to know if Theus is alive or not, if we can save him. Don't you think that every minute counts?
Yes, but I don't have the. I just have this spell now, and I don't have the runes to actually take us to New Wrath.
Let
We
me
do have a
tell
big
you,
orb.
Well, if every minute counts, then every minute of non-progress will not help with your friends' freedom and retrieval.
If we
I
head back
would
to Blimey,
consider. Well, yes, I would consider spending your moments productive.
yes, if we head back to Blimey Bay and grab the levitator, we could be at New Wrath in a few days. There's no quicker way to go.
We can be there tomorrow.
How?
Let's be on our way then. Oh, tomorrow?
You do your. I don't know
Why
what
is-
you do. You
no,
look
the-
in your
no,
book
no,
and
no,
all
but
of
you-
a sudden your fireworks again.
Yes, but the spell I cast, you see, requires me to know the where I'm going, and I don't know any of those spells inside New Wrath.
But we have an orb used by the face to teleport.
It's
If we
currently
use
out of
it,
juice.
they're going to assume. Is it still out of juice?
We didn't figure out a way to recharge it, did we?
You haven't identified it yet.
Yeah, we haven't identified it, so it's an option. You know, if
I
the
can
face,
identify it right
if,
now, if you guys want.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I'll sort of get out. Like, if the conventicle sees a blip from a face teleportation stone, they are fully within league with the face, providing that it's not catalogued as missing or out, or not in the possession of one of the face. We can use that without drawing attention to ourselves. They'll just think it's another face teleportation.
We have seen the face and the pillar work together at one point. We are also seeing the pillar pivoting from attacking us to the face when they found out the face were the bad ones.
But we
So
don't
I
know
think-
how. We don't know how isolated that incident was. I think that was just the people on the ground at the time. I don't know whether the entire.
I'm ready to put.
Well, if this
everything
will
on the
let us
board
teleport,
just
as
to
long as we get away
make
from the
this
area,
happen.
we should be fine. But we don't know where we're teleporting to. Give me the orb and let me see if I can figure something out.
I guess Torgen has it. Yeah.
Fierce at it. On it.
It's an orb of teleportation. It when you cast teleportation and then the charge is gone. If you want to recharge it, you need to sacrifice someone of pure of heart or innocent.
Oh shit.
Sacrifice
At
their
an
life.
orphanage. That should be easy enough, right?
Fast! You're
We can
pure
get
of heart,
unlimited
aren't you?
Well, there are some really naughty children here, I would say.
Well, if they're naughty, they're not pure of heart. We need the real goody two shoes.
You won't find them maybe currently here. They will be quickly picked up by
Either
adopted.
way,
We just need to find forest gnomes. They're goody two shoes. They all deserve to die.
the orb is off the cards.
Well, like I said, for
So
the
Blimey Bayonet?
trails, for the trails that you can actually progress on. It's like what my people say. Don't count your peanuts until you crack the shell.
Wise words.
Another elephant thing. Okay.
So are we going to get back to Blimey Bay or?
Seems that way.
Yes, if you, I
You'll
have
do
it ready
the
to go right
path
away
of
if you like.
most progress. Is a wise to say.
Axia and Co. Assuming they're still with us.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Well, you have a degree of autonomy now. We're heading back to
do you
Blimey
want us
Bay
to
and then
come,
headed
or-
for New Wrath. That's up to you. Alternatively, you can make your way yourselves to New Wrath and be my eyes in the city. And then
Sure,
I can...
well,
Because you can get there probably in about the same amount of time it will take for us, but just coming from here.
what you say goes, sir. Whatever you need us to do. You don't. you don't want us to stay here with the orphanage, we go somewhere else. You just give the word.
I mean, I don't know what you're really protecting the orphanage from anymore. If they really wanted stuff from the orphanage, they'd kill you. I guess.
Might be preoccupied with other stuff, with war going on.
There is a war going on. That's true. Maybe head to New Raff then. What does everybody else think?
I say have them come with us. They can watch our tales in New Wrath at least help out in Blimey Bay. It's been half destroyed.
Didn't you just say we had to be a little bit more incognito? Isn't bringing a crowd with us going to be making that difficult?
So I reckon we send them to New Raff separately. They go by land or by boat from here, set themselves up, establish a network of eyes and ears in the city, just to see whether we can see which way the wind is blowing, as it were. And we can also use them, to hide out if we need be. Set up a safe house, that kind of thing.
Right, lads. Right, we'll do that, sir.
Excellent. Have you got money?
All right, sure. We still have half the bunch of money you gave us.
Good, because I don't have any. Off you go. Good luck. I'll be in contact.
Yes, sir.
Very soon.
Thanks, sir. All right, lads. Trying to go back to the mainland. Let's go. They kind of to pack up.
All right, our group of adventurers, whatever our name is. Where's my chalk? Wait, I have it.
Sorry,
Never
yes.
mind. No,
Oh, no.
I found
You
it.
the random kids, hand us the chalk. No one needs it.
Oh, no, sir. It's my only chalk. I brought it with me only copper.
If I was to use regular chalk, 50 GP worth of regular chalk, we would literally be having a chalk boat to wherever. All right, so yeah, I'll need.
Incredibly porous boat.
You take the chalk and you can kind of drive the rooms. I guess you go back to the workshop. Faust gathers his stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By the way, what is your group called? Usually, like these adventuring parties have some kind of name.
We are the employment seekers.
Employment seekers.
No.
We seek employment.
I haven't heard that.
I mean, we
before.
do, but
We are the archaeologists. We don't have a name yet. It's been.
Well, what are you usually combined? You seek. Usually when adventurers make names, they combine something that defines them, or the goal that they pursue. Something
We
that
are
they
the
seek.
schedule of the knights.
That sounds like a very familiar name of another
That sounds
adventurous
very
world.
dumb.
It's a very dumb name.
We don't have a name. I tell you what, Foss, it's your job to come up with one, but you just have to see us in action first.
All right, I will try.
All I know.
I was thinking Gnome on the Run would be a good one, but I don't know. That's just a
I
song
do quite
was
like Go
thinking
for
of.
Ghouls as well. But
Go for Ghouls?
just Go for Ghouls.
Oh, I have
Maybe that's a
ghouls?
catchphrase.
Wait, let me open up my bag. I can make some ghouls right now.
Please.
Just the Monsieur Bjorn
something.
saying something just before.
Please, just one last time, let us consider going directly to the capital. I know it's a path.
But how?
Yes,
We don't have a way to
very
do
hard.
it.
But I
Do the magics.
assume if you've been at the pillar in New Wrath, you know.
I don't have the runes to the teleportation circle. If I did, we would be there right now. But if that was the case, we'd be teleporting in the middle of the pillar in New Wrath, and we would probably never make our way out, let alone seek the king.
Okay.
And traveling by water from here and going to Blimey Bay and traveling by water from there, the time difference is not going to be too much.
Not really.
Blimey Bay is probably one day shorter.
Yeah, so we'll be there quicker if we go from Blimey Bay.
Trust me, Bjorn, if I thought that my magic could help us get there quicker and safer, I would.
We could also just make a tiny little sacrifice and use the weird orb.
Well, we had to recharge it first and have to kill an innocent, and Ost doesn't want to do that.
But could it be? But it could be any innocent, right? We could
Yes.
catch a frog.
It has to be like a sentient person.
Faust seems pretty innocent.
A ferret. It could be anything.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Bjorn, but I am far from innocent. I actually did a lot of problematic behavior back in my day as a knight that I wish to apologize for when I...
But you've
Look.
been an outstanding person ever since we met you.
We have a tally of souls to take, but
Oh shit! Hang on a second. I just
completely innocent lives are not there.
I just got
You
this.
have
I
a
just
clean
got a
soul in
scroll
your
of
bag?
Conjure Celestial. They're pretty fucking innocent, aren't they?
Wait, hang on.
Right?
I have that bag of fluff things where I can create an animal, right?
Oh no!
Bjorn has the
angel.
band of intellect. Bjorn has the band of intellect, which would give it sentience.
And then you kill it.
We kill it. The band comes back. Technically, that's the blood of a sentient, pure-blooded individual. We use it on the orb and see if
Don't
that works.
gamify this. You asked me to make a campaign where teleportation didn't work, so now fucking play by the rules, boys. Fucking play by the rules.
Hey,
Let me just
hey,
tell
man,
you
this
the
is all in
way-
the game. It's all in the books.
Let me just tell you, the way gods work is that they usually want something more, like feasible. Humanoid.
I
soul
think
is probably
if
higher.
gods want that, I want it in writing, and I want it to be as clear as possible. That's their problem if we've interpreted in a certain way. You know, this is really a monkey's paw situation. Fact of the matter is, over the years, the gods have done this too much the other way around, and now it's our time to shine. But yeah, either way, we're not killing an innocent.
not
So let's
tempt
just
fate.
teleport back to
Maybe
Blimey
we
Bay and we're
should
getting on the
just-
boat.
Be on our way and stop wasting time. I feel like
So,
I'm waiting on 2 more words for the teleportation circle to open. Just
And they
2
are
more
bibbity
words.
boobity.
No,
and
that is-
the teleportation term.
You know
Just
nothing
don't
about
give us such
magic.
a say that.
No! How did you know my final 2 words?
I've been inside your mind, Snoggle.
First my
Two
fireball,
things I
now
heard
my
that I was
teleportation
inside
Alright,
circle.
it's
No.
getting late, and I want to round up this session. What do you guys want to do? You're going to
We're going to
Newrath?
Blimey Bay, and then we're going to go to
both.
New Raff from Blimey Bay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go incognito in the levitator, or do you want to go incognito above the cry nave? Which, if you recall, he gave you the option to that he would take you anywhere.
Through the
if,
tunnels,
you-
right? That was
No, that's something completely different.
sailing.
The only thing is, the Croying Nave is, I'm assuming, a registered pirate ship. So we're probably better off going on the
As-
Levitator.
As you remember, all of these people are like unlanded sons from like the Rathurian aristocracy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely the Croying Nave then.
I vote for
Like,
sailing.
yeah, like
And
it
we
is-
sail with the crying knave that you know. We've
Was that the one with the crazy captain?
Yes,
as
it
you're
was.
kind of loading on the nomad levitator, you've kind of said goodbye to Cephis and Admiral Flint. As you see Captain Havelock Southwestershire still in his full body cast, being marioneted around by his men. With his big tricorner hat on. He has like 2 corgis kind of running around after him on the deck. Boys, good to see you. Great to have you back on board. I promise I won't find myself out of cannon any time soon. Right then. So, where you going? We're going to Newrath, isn't that it? Oh, wow. My old pup, he lives there. Must be a century over now. Right, do you want to go there with panache? Or do you want to go there with a little less so?
little less so if possible.
A little less panache.
Maybe
Let's go
pana-
for a subdued panache.
Oh, I've been panache for you and
Subdue panache
noth-
very well, very
nothing
well.
for us.
We shall only cheers in private. Right? So you have everybody? Now please give me. You there! Give me some drink! And like one of the sailors just begin to pour down some wine into his mouth. All right then, cast off, lads. Oh wait, quartermaster. Oh, I don't give a shit. All right, let's go.
I like this guy.
You, dwarf man. If you see anyone with a fingernail on him, tell me and he'll walk the plank for sure. And you, elephant boy, what's your name?
My name is Yovo Eldon Mio Daniel Faust, but you can call me Faust.
All right, Master Faust, good to see you. Well, we have a compartment filled to the brim. I mean, absolute brim with lilies. If you want it, the room is yours.
I take whatever is available.
Perfect. Lily Plaza for you then. All right, all right. So, let's See where the waves will take us, lads. And you
Onwards.
cast. What?
I just said
Okay.
onwards.
Faust, if you want to go back to the workshop and have any second thoughts, now's the time.
On the top of the ship, normally like around the edge, you would have like a wall, but they have like hedges that the pirates trim. They are wearing like the wigs of landed aristocracy in Rathuria, and it's clearly a mad place. Some of the hedges have like big cannonball holes in them from the fight, but the boat has been patched up as you leave Blimey Bay into the mists of Ocasta, and one of the crewmates of the Crynave blows the keystone shanka as you take out. Another few days at sea as you
Some more downtime rolls.
Let's
go,
more
baby.
downtime rolls. And
Just
this
in the
night,
downtime, does
and this-
anyone have?
Have one.
Yes, roll.
yeah, go ahead.
You cut
Okay.
out.
Does anyone have any non-magical armor or shields that they have?
Nanga will hand you his chicken? No.
Well, does anyone like when I look at them, does anyone wear non-magical armor or shields?
Ours doesn't have magical armor on, and neither do
Torben also has
Torben.
ragged
Okay.
normal armor.
Then over the night, I will give both them a little touch, and you can add +2 because of enhanced defense to your armor.
I'm on a bad day.
Because, of because I infused your armor with a little bit more enhanced defense.
This is a step in the direction of fixing your mistakes, but I still take great offense to what you said about Clamnock.
The pirate who told you is like crying as he's waving goodbye to you in the harbor.
I
will
raise the
also
glass.
I will
Extra
also
chunky.
give Torben. So everyone has something. I will give to Torben and to well, I don't know what Bjorn can make use of, but I will give Torben a cloak. This will sharpen your mind if you ever fail to concentrate.
Not sure if it's quite my fashion style, but thank you very much.
No, like Torben was the armor. I just want to give everyone something. So Torben and
Oh yeah,
Oz has the armor, and I will give Nongel a little bit of mind sharpening infused in the cloak, so he can throw it over there.
I have a cloak of Arcanity. Can you put it on something else?
No, you don't have to tune to it. Like it's just in the armor or cloak.
Yeah, but I already have a cloak. I don't want 2 cloaks. I want to be stylish here, yo.
His robes then.
I can give you a robe, like if you want to. I can give it your robe.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
that's,
What about? I would also allow you
that-
to enchant his water goggles.
His frosted tips.
There's
Yeah, my
nothing
frosted
sadly
tips.
that I
Can you?
Oh yeah, you.
You can
Sure,
get
I
my
will
guy
give it to
Ferrari
his
here.
frosted tips. I will give it to his
That
water
literally is
goggles.
mind sharpening if you think about it. You know.
Yeah.
In the night,
Oh.
as you are trancing out, you find yourself back in the Verdant confluence.
Mhm.
And this time, you see a faint sign of life. It is dispersed over the Emirates, seeming to be in multiple and no places at once. You're pretty sure this is whatever is left of Theus.
Oh.
You can contact it, or you can let it be. But even for the Verdant Confluence, this is glitching out.
I will reach out and just try and enable to try and just try and there. I want to try and strengthen the connection there rather than necessarily directly contact. Just see if we can essentially like pin it down. I'm imagining this is like essentially like sort of radar scattering, and I want to try and like hone that kind of thing down. If that's kind of what's happening.
You're not sure. You're not sure that, especially depending on what has happened to Theus.
this guy, the Lord of Many Faces, is a pretty powerful sorcerer.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure he won't be able to do anything to you, but you're not sure that he won't be able to catch that you're doing something.
Okay, considering we're traveling, I will not do anything then for now.
But it's a gradual thing, right? It's not a gradual thing. It's more like you can either reach out to see if you can see anything, and he might figure that out. He might not.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have a go.
All right.
Yeah, I will try and reach out. Richard.
You reach out and you see how this green, dusty kind of interface almost that is kind of smokes up. You see darkness and verdant dust filling your field of vision, and you end up as torchlight kind of begins to fill a bare room of stone. Beige sandstone, polished. It's casting off the torchlight in every direction, so it kind of looks like this, like a little disco ball effect in there. In the middle, on a red velvet pillow, with a back to you, you see the form of Theus, wearing black clothing and long, like elaborate kind of robe of dark material.
Does the robe look the same as the one that Hassani was wearing?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You see he's sitting like with crossed legs in some kind of meditation.
This is a completely windowless room.
Yes. You get a feeling that it's underground.
So that's I just see what appears to be him. What looks like meditating.
You get a feeling that you can reach out, you can try to talk to him, but you get a feeling that if you do anything more, you become visible to him as well.
Okay, I will not. I'll observe for a short amount of time, see if anything happens. The moment I get even the vague inkling that he might become more aware of me, then I'll back the hell out of that very quickly.
Go ahead and give me a luck roll.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right.
And re-roll it.
You're rolling private, by the way.
I am rolling private. Apologies, that was a 9 for everybody. I'll take that one. 18.
You sit for a while, and this completely doorless, windowless room, he sits.
The one thing I will say, if I can see the past temporis on him, I would make note of that as well. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
You, after like maybe 20 minutes, you see a flash of dark shadow as someone of the face steps through a portal, kneels down. You hear they talk, but it is distorted. You're a bit too far away. Like, it is. You see Theus look to the right as he gestures. On his right arm, the past temporis. On his face, an unmistakable mask made out of metal.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. I will merely observe. I'm not going to try and interact with any of this. It's too much of a risk.
You see
After a while, the assassin kind of steps away again. And he's still left in this room. And in comes 3 of the shadow dogs, kind of out of, the edge, and lies down around him. And then you kind of feel your connection begins to, as the darkness begins to spread underneath him, your connection begins to get janky.
I'll
do
pull out
anything?
before it gets. No, I will immediately sever the connection if it starts getting janky. I don't want to. I don't want to push it back the other way, so that's fine.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Arcana roll? Arcana roll.
Double
That's-
natural 20.
You could see that this is Theus's body. It's probably Hassani's about that has taken it over.
Okay.
You also know, or you saw that he was meditating somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Or that is what it looks like. Meaning that when he's trying to empty his mind, maybe what is left of Theus, what is left of what is connected to the verdant confluence,
Yep.
gets to just become a little visible.
Okay. So he's like disk defragmenting at that point. Okay. That's good to know. That means that there is some semblance underneath.
And that's what you see. But as you come back, it's like you almost like you pull your head out of this kind of pool, and as the interface of the verdant confluence in front of you kind of resets itself in in this sand shadow kind of thing that it is. What Alice doesn't see
Uh-oh.
is the small strand of smoky darkness kind of eking out of the corner and hiding itself somewhere. And that's where we'll end this session.
What did you
Little
do?
burn guys.
What did you
Fucking
do?
hell. I didn't do anything. He knew.
Well, never had a lockdown in a party
like
before.
the
That's pretty
elephant
cool.
in the room.
The elephant room. You were waiting on that one, weren't you?
Thank you all for
I have so
playing.
many elephant puns, you don't even know.
Oh god.
I don't want to shoot my horn.
This was
Oh,
an
this was
interesting.
like
This was
the
probably
trumpet
the most chill kind of just you guys talking session we've had in a long time. I hope you enjoyed. I always enjoy just sitting down and listening to you guys talk. And next session we will we'll go to New see what happens. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Leon, for introducing your new character, Faust. That's really cool. We're very interested in getting to know him as well. Do any of you guys
I was
want to say
gonna say,
anything to watching? Yeah, Leon, go ahead.
I just want to say also, I like the letter. This was something like that for a long time. I had it lying around here, but I just finished recently just for all the stuff. And sadly, I couldn't put Torgen in because it wouldn't make any sense that he would write anything about Torgen. So sorry, Anton.
I mean, the letter was great. It was still amazing.
No,
was
it
very
was
good.
good. It even choked me up,
Yeah,
right? The last sentence choked me up. It was great. It was fantastic.
Oh, man.
It was
And
very
also,
beautiful.
because you're thanking people like the Maroon 5 Memories music box cover from Music Box channel was very was
Yes.
something I chose. So thank you for that cover. No copyright, so we can play it.
But still,
At
thank you.
least not that we can see. If not, we're very sorry. Thank you for everybody here. Thank you for you, Nick. Our IT guy and server Papa, server Daddy.
Server Daddy.
Go ahead and follow on Twitch.tv/Juno Gaming. He streams. You can go probably have a look at his profile. It'll tell you where.
Server Daddy from now on.
All right, that's right. He's everybody's server daddy. Guys, this has been real fun. I think we might or might not be returning in 2 weeks, depending on what we figure out. I think Tanner might be permitted in participating the 27th. I think it is.
Unescapable family arrangements, unfortunately.
Yes.
That is how it is.
Yeah.
So what might be in 2 weeks without Tanner might be in a month. But otherwise, thank you all for watching, and thank you all guys for playing. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye, ding dongs.
Bye,
Bye,
ding
ding
dongs.
dong.